this thing on?
Yes. Hello.
Yes, hello. Actually, I think the funnier bit is your response to it every time.
Every time.
I don't.
Hello.
I never know how to react to that bit. It's hard.
We're all gonna do a Heidi hi. Howdy ho.
Yeah.
Some point.
Do you know Heidi Hi, Howdy Ho? You two?
Yeah.
I've heard it. Never watched it.
I'm the same. Not watched
Oh,
it.
forget the age gap.
Yeah. Yeah, we need the xylophone, don't we?
Yeah. Ding dong ding.
Yes, and I don't do impressions, so I'm not about to. But yes, hello to everyone. I'm Jamie, and we'll introduce the panel very shortly. Question of the week: it's St. Paddy's Day this week, everybody. Very exciting. So, what is your favourite Irish band or Irish TV program, film, that kind of thing? So, have a think. I mean, right now, I would have to say Fontaine's DC by a mile. And we know Louie loves them as well.
Yeah.
So I might stone thunder on that one. But yeah, for me, there is no better Irish band out there at the moment. We know Baker loves a bit of U2. We heard that last time. Over to you, Baker. Do you want to introduce yourself and talk about your love of U2 again?
I can't split Fontaine's and U2 at the moment. It's just like, definitely two favourite Irish bands.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some other good ones as well. You know, I
You said it with surprise. They've got more than two, you know.
Yeah.
I was listening to a little bit of Kingfisher recently, and they've got some decent tunes too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No,
I have these moments, right? I'm now thinking of Irish bands. I'm getting a mental blank because I can probably think of loads outside of recording, but now you've put me on the spot. I'm struggling.
Yeah.
You'd be no good on Mastermind.
But Fontaine's and U2 definitely my picks for best Irish bands.
Good stuff. Over to you, LJ.
So my favourite Irish band, you know that I like my independent stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a band called Key West.
Okay, I've heard of them. I can't say I've heard anything by them, but I have heard of them.
And the first time I actually seen them was they were busking in Liverpool.
Okay.
And it was kind of just after COVID when I was sort of starting out on my independent journey. And yeah, there were full band in the street in Liverpool, and it was just amazing. We just stood watching them, and then I went and got a couple of CDs off them and got them signed and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'd never seen them for 5 years, and then last year I had the opportunity to go and see them in Belfast.
Oh, cool.
And it was amazing. It was brilliant.
Good stuff. Whereabouts in Belfast? What venue?
Oh, now you're going to ask me.
Was it? I had a cracking night at the Limelight once watching Arctic Monkeys. I loved that. It's a big gig venue.
I can't remember the name of it. It was only one of the little ones. Paula had to speed them all off. But I can't remember where it was, but it was a fab night. Then we saw the Sherlocks the day after.
Oh, nice one. Cracking little weekend then. Nice one. Louie, how are you doing? And what about, is there any other bands other than, have you heard of more than two Irish bands? Like
I mean, I say that I could only think of two as well, but the other one was Gurriers.
Ah, cool.
Really, like they're a bit heavy, but they're really good. Really, really. I'm seeing them. Are we seeing them April, Baker?
I think they're on at Stockton Calling, aren't they, this
I think
year?
they're headlining the Georgian.
Yeah, it's a Georgian theatre, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, so they're main. I'm excited for them. They're who I'm most looking forward to there.
Great stuff. Well, in 2 weeks' time, we'll have a bit of a Stockton Calling focus, won't we? We'll be getting closer to them. I'm not there because I'm seeing Tommy Smith in Leeds that day. He's over in South by Southwest right now. He's performing at the BBC introducing stage, I think, this weekend. Well, by the time people are listening to this, it'll have been last weekend, but that's pretty cool.
He's been on at Stockton Calling a few times, though, hasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, one of the best new artists out there for me.
I was talking to his mum a few years back.
I mean, that's the thing. I've been playing him on the radio for over 6 years. And he was around for way before that as well.
Yeah.
People forget that, like, he is a new
doing
artist.
it ages.
He has. And he's one of the hardest work. He's the amount of live gigs at one year. I think I interviewed him, and he'd done like 190 gigs or something like that.
Was that when he did that massive tour, didn't he? I think he literally went to every place in the country.
He did, but also he supported some huge artists, and he just was. It was cracking. He was just like he was getting on their bill, and he was just like following them like all over the country and just gigging. That's how you get better, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, all good stuff. Right, should we look at what's on this week? Baker, you've shared some music. You are our music news aficionado, aren't you? So at the time of recording, some of this stuff is breaking. But yeah, do you want to go through some of the things?
Do you want us to start with the breaking story of
go on.
the day of recording?
Yes.
Well, Pussycat Dolls are back.
Don't you wish they were they'd been back at
Don't you?
Oh, come on.
Had to fit that one in there.
We did.
Who's excited? Who's getting tickets?
No, I mean I didn't mind them at the time. I'm not gonna lie. Like it was some catchy tunes, but I can't say I'm a big fan. I'm not gonna lie.
No. What about this thing's on at the Pussycat Dolls? We'll see if we can do a live episode from one of their concerts.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't think Shirt Singer would be up for that summer. I just can't see it. I mean, to be fair, like people like Ashley Roberts, if they're still going to be around, they're quite entertaining people. They always seem quite canny when you hear them on the telly and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be a bit. It's just it's not for me. I think it's fair to say.
No, not really.
I don't think I'll be getting tickets, but best of luck to them with the tour, and I believe they've released a single as well.
Have they?
Yeah, I think.
I've not even heard that.
What? You didn't listen?
I heard the announcement, and then
not yet.
The announcement was at 8:30 on the radio, and I was like, they were going, "Oh, we can't tell you what it is." And then I was in the car, and I heard what it was, and I was like, "Oh, I've got to get back to work."
Should I have a look at what it's called?
You can go on. This is breaking.
Let's all review it for next time.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Well, last week's homework. Well, 2 weeks ago's homework was listening to you too.
Yeah.
I wasn't a huge fan. I'm not going to lie, Baker. I didn't mind it, but I've not listened to it again. But yeah, I'll listen to. What's the song called?
It's called Club Song.
Club Song.
Club Song.
Amazing. I mean, I can imagine in my head what it sounds like right now.
Yeah.
Should we play a bit of it?
No, because then it'll get edited out. We won't be allowed.
Yeah.
I mean, you could play a bit of it now, and then we could just tell people what we think of it. Press play on your phone. Go on.
Right. Let's get.
We probably can't even hear it. We could. This is amazing entertainment, folks.
Isn't it just?
It absolutely is.
This might be the first time people have heard the song.
It won't be able to hear it though. No, it's blocking it out. I knew it would.
Blocking it out. Not allowed it.
It's not going to work. Describe it in 3 words, Baker, based on what you've just heard.
The Pussycat Dolls. It just sounds like something they'd release.
Well, fully enough, it is something that they would release.
Because it is them.
Right, it sounds like something they would release.
but it just, if you can just, even if you hadn't heard what they sound like, they've just got one of them names, haven't they? You can just imagine it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I will, after this pod, I will give it a listen. How about that? But sticking with new music, and we can't say too much because when we get to the 4 tops, I think he's going to appear again. But Harry Styles' album release, and as Baker put it, that Netflix thing. So yeah, he recorded. To be fair play to Harry Styles for putting on a show for 20 quid a ticket at the Corp Live. I think hats off to him for doing that. Yes, he'll have made a lot of money about the main tour, but knowing that there was a demand and doing that, yes, he probably got a lot of money off Netflix to film it. But 20 quid a ticket to see, if you were in that crowd, fair play.
Yeah.
It's cracking.
I really like the album too.
I think it's great.
I think, he kind of gets stereotyped as like this big pop artist, but I think he's so much more than that. And I was listening to the album, and there's some like tracks. It's almost got a little bit more of an alternative vibe to it. I think like there's some tracks on that album that have amazing bass lines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean,
I got a lot of 1975 from it. I thought
Mm.
the Notes album. Is it I don't know. Aperture, however you say it.
Aperture, the lead
one,
track.
The first one he released, I thought instantly, I was like, that could be like from Notes by the 1975.
Yeah. I'm not a huge 1975 fan. I'll put that out there. Genuinely not. But I'm guessing you love them, Louie.
I absolutely love Matt Healy.
I think it's a generational thing. I could be wrong, but for me, most of my mates don't like them either.
I'll be honest, none of my mates like them either, to be fair. Like all my friends that I go football with, I get absolutely rinsed for it, but I love the 1975.
I mean, like you say,
great.
people like what they like. I mean, clearly talented at what they do, but for me, not. But yeah, I would say Harry Styles is better than 1975, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, Kiss all the time, disco occasionally. I'd rather disco all the time and Kiss occasionally. To be fair, I think he's got his priorities wrong. As far as I'm concerned, there's a lot to be said for discoing all the time. You'd get tired kissing all the time, wouldn't you? I mean, I'm just going to put that out there. Everyone's going.
we're all just like.
It depends. It depends who it's with, I think, as well.
So go on then, Nick. Reveal more.
I'm not saying anymore. You know
Don't make him blush.
I was going to say he's blushing quite a bit there. Sat in the dark, he suddenly was a beacon of light.
I've got a ring light in front of me. I'm just saying. No, it depends, doesn't it?
It does.
Depends who you're kissing.
Yeah.
Well, that is true.
And discoing, it could depend on who you're discoing with.
It's always
depends on a lot, I think.
Depends on the people around you, doesn't it? In them situations, really.
Yeah. It's always fun to disco, though. Surely.
I'm always discoing.
Well,
you're only ever kissing somebody that you like.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. And once upon a time, it was all about kissing at the disco, but not anymore.
Combine the two. Come on.
Exactly. There you go. Harry knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. But yeah, no, I quite liked it. Thought it was pretty good. I've not seen the Netflix show yet, though.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
so good. I just think he's a great showman. That's all I think. Like, just does a bit of everything. He can just dance around as well as like his singing. I think he's class.
Good stuff. Does he kiss anybody while he's there though? I mean, just to stick with the album.
No, it was just me kissing the screen, to be honest.
I've got visions now, Louie. I've got visions of that still photograph that we had of you before you joined.
Proud of it.
Good stuff.
There's going to be some Photoshop going on there now, isn't there?
I think there is going to be some Photoshop. Baker, you know what to do.
Yeah, with that image that we got at the beginning.
Yeah.
For those who don't
ready
know,
to see this.
The screen froze before we started recording for poor Louie. So now he said that it's almost a done deal.
Our promo for this episode is going to be next level.
Well, hopefully that will be good. That'll be good. War Child Help 2. Last time we spoke, we said we're getting excited. It's been out about a week at the time of recording. What do we think? Are we fans? Have we listened to it?
I really like the Fontaines cover. You can mention the songs that we'd already heard prior to the full release, but it's the Sinead O'Connor cover, I think. Black Boys on Mopeds. Yeah, I really like that track. But they're just a great band, aren't they? So didn't expect anything less.
Yeah, no, it's cracking. Anyone else heard it?
Yeah.
LJ, what do you reckon? Oh, hang on, Louie's diving in. Sorry.
Sorry.
No,
I'd have said the same as Baker. I think that track's great.
You two just morph into each other, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, the difference is, Jamie, I don't kiss the screen.
Harry Styles.
No. Yeah. You just disco around the screen.
That's I disco. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it's different.
Amazing. Good stuff. And LJ, how about you?
So I really liked the Olivia Rodriguez one, Book of Love.
Yeah, it's a good cover.
English Teacher was really good.
Yep.
That was Parasite, and I liked a bit of Depeche Mode as well.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. And there's quite a good message in the Depeche Mode track as well. Certainly, it's bizarre how timely that album is, given current affairs and all of that good stuff. I really liked. Well, to be honest, I'm training for London Marathon if I haven't bored people about that yet. But I played it as a soundtrack because I wanted to run quite slowly the other day. And it was the perfect soundtrack if you want to run like 11, 12-minute miles around country lanes on a Sunday morning. But the track Strangers by I love Black Country New Road. Massive fans of them. So I loved that. But I thought the whole album had a really cool vibe. Also, Cameron Winter from Geese, that Warning track, really liked that. But yeah, I don't think there's a bad track on it, to be fair, is there? And all in a good cause as well. So yes, I'm sure I'll listen to that a million more times. But yeah, very good for running. If you're a runner, I don't know if people are runners or not, but it's quite good. Nice, slow paced. Yeah, if you want a slow paced album, it's something that you're not going to run too fast. Apart from Begging for Change by Pulp, I think that's the most kind of speedy song on the album, isn't it? And last in what's on at the moment is, at the time of recording, it's going to be the Oscars this weekend. By now, we'll all know who won and all of that kind of stuff. Anyone been to see any of the Oscar-nominated films? Sinners is on Sky at the moment. I don't know if anyone's watched that. Or are you not really that bothered about the Oscars, essentially?
I'm not really a film guy.
No, right.
Yeah, and it's all going to be about the dresses and all that.
Yeah.
Well,
it's never really about the films, is it?
No.
It's just about like whoever looks the nicest or wears the most like outrageous. Yeah.
It's bonkers, isn't it? It's like it'll be more about slating the women about what they wear.
Possibly, yeah. Well, yeah. But that's the horrible industry that it sometimes is, isn't it? Unfortunately.
Absolutely.
The more stuff from that comes on the red carpet, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You never see any pictures of the actual ceremony. It's always like the red carpet, isn't it?
Yeah. I do love watching the Oscars though. Like years ago I used to stay up and watch them, but now at work, I'd be dead. There's no point. But that One Battle After Another is meant to be a good film as well. That's up for quite a few. Sinners, I think, is the big one though that everyone's talking about, which is kind of like a vampire kind of deep south, but it's meant to be a very powerful film. So I'm a big scaredy cat, but even I might watch it. If it's just vampires, I can get away with vampires, I think. So that's but yes, I was going to ask about favorite movie soundtracks, given that we talked about Oscars. You might not like the films, but are there any soundtracks that you particularly have enjoyed over the years?
Dirty Dancing and Top Gun.
Top Gun's a classic. I'm with you on Top Gun. It is an absolute classic. Dirty Dancing, I'm going to sound stereotypically, but I don't think I know a guy who likes it, and that might be controversial to say, but I don't like, unless they're just pretending to me that they don't like it. But I
think they are.
I like the odd chick flick, don't get me wrong, but I could not stick Dirty Dancing.
Really?
Yeah, I like
the song at the end.
Yeah, the soundtrack's good, but
you have to listen to "She's Like the Wind" because if you listen to that song, it's absolutely beautiful, and it's actually Patrick Swayze who sings it.
Yeah, I don't mind that song. Yeah,
Trainspotting as well.
Trainspotting, yeah.
Recently turned 30. I mean, it starts with Iggy Pop, "Lust for Life," and then you get like Underworld, Born Slippy as the finisher. It's top notch really, and everything in between too. Yeah, it's another top soundtrack.
Certainly is. Garden State's probably my favorite. It's a bit of a cliche to say that, but it is one of the best soundtracks out there.
Mine's quite boring, and it's Spike Island, but only because it's all just basically Stone Roses songs.
Oh, okay. Good stuff. I've not seen the film, to be fair. Is it any good, or have you not seen the film?
Oh, it's class. It's a great film. Yeah, it's just about like lads that try breaking into the concert. Yeah, really good film.
Did you learn any tips, Louie?
I mean, I'm quite lucky. I've not actually I was saying this the other day, how I've never actually not got a ticket for a gig I wanted to be at.
Wow.
Lucky man.
I know. So like, Oasis. To be fair, if I didn't get an Oasis ticket, I'd have just probably stood outside and like watched from miles away.
Yeah.
But I've been lucky. I've not had to use the film yet for any tips.
Well, we're gonna ask you in a little bit about Foo Fighters because I'm dying to find out, but we'll save that one for people to kind of listen. But let's move on to the four tops then. Where each of us, for those of you new to the pod, every fortnight each of us pick 4 tracks, our favorite track of the fortnight, and then we all vote and we just decide, like, basically agree a winner. But all 4 of them are winners. All 4 of them are absolutely cracking tracks yet again this fortnight. So we'll start with you, LJ. Who have you picked and why?
So I have picked the Silver Bars. I love these guys. I've seen them several times. I've had a couple of really, really good nights out with them as well.
Good stuff.
One time in Manchester, and that was the first time that I'd seen them. It was a very drunken night. There was lots of shots going about, and we had such a laugh.
Yeah.
And these guys, it's been a long time coming since they've released anything.
Mm-hmm.
We've all been off and done some little bits and pieces, and they released, this is the first of a new album that's coming. So yeah, keep your eye out for that because it's going to be amazing. They're just that little bit different if you listen to the music.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, yeah, no, I quite liked what I heard. So good stuff. Louie, do you want to go next?
I went for Harry Styles, American Girls.
Okay. Any reason why that track on the album?
It was just the one that I listened to, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I love this one." I was like, sort of tapping my feet along while I was on the train, and I was just like, "Yeah, this is an absolute tune."
Good stuff. Yeah, I've heard a few people say that's their favorite on the album.
Yeah, I just think it's just a bit of a toe tapper. It's just like, "Oh yeah, this is like I can get into this." That's one like disco all the time to that one.
Yeah. Kiss occasionally, of course. But
oh yeah, of course.
Yes, there you go. We're mixing it up. We'll confuse people. Baker, what do you reckon?
Well, I've got a bit to read out on this one because it's a great track, and I like the marketing as well.
Okay.
It's by a band called Bayboards from Manchester, and I'd never actually heard of these guys before, but I saw one of their posts.
You don't listen to my show, Baker.
Who played them before?
See, he puts his foot in it, doesn't he? There you go.
No, but this was part of it because they put a post on Instagram and they said, "We are aware that some of you may have seen videos circulating of our singer Ben fighting a man in Piccadilly Gardens, Manchester. Ben was viciously targeted by a man jealous of Bayboard's success, repeatedly yelling 'good for you' whilst kicking him. This does not represent Bayboards, and we would like anyone with footage of the incident to come forward." And I mean, anybody that knows the band and has seen them live probably knew they had a song called "Good for You," so they probably knew what they were hinting at. And then they posted this video, and it was like 2 people grappling on a field, and then the singer gets thrown down, and it cuts into the music video where he's singing the song, and that's how they announced the new single, which I thought was fantastic, and it's a great song too. So yeah, that took the biscuit for me over the last fortnight.
Good. Yeah, it is a good song as well. Good stuff. And the track I've gone for, it's the first song in 2026, I said 25, that I went, wow, yeah, within 2 to 3 seconds of hearing it, because I listen to a lot of stuff just on new music playlists and all that stuff, and I normally give tracks like 30 to 40 seconds when I'm trying to find stuff for the radio, and if it's not grabbing me, it's like right on to the next one. And I just suddenly went, whoa, what's this? And it just gets better and better as it goes through. They're a band called Memorials, and the track is from their upcoming album. It's called Dropped Down the Well, and it's weird because if you listen to the other tracks on the album, they don't particularly sound like this. So they do a bit of all sorts of stuff. They're described as an experimental pop band with a psychedelic sound that is both melodic and unconventional. But this for me is like classic. You could imagine the Doors doing something like this number, like proper cracking. That takes me back to, well, it doesn't take me back, but it's that sound of the 60s. I wasn't there. But it's that kind of thing. So for me, yeah, there's not many tracks you hear. Every year I'm quite excited about hearing new music, and I think what might be my favorite song of the year that I've not heard yet. And I think Memorials could be in the running for my song of the year already. I think it's that good. Anyway, we've all done our pictures. So shall we all again? I haven't got any bloody pens. We'll
That's what I do. Runner for when L2 was talking.
Oh, you
there.
You prepped.
I think you've brought in like an old envelope, haven't you, Louie?
Yes.
Oh.
I realise I don't have any paper in the house, so it's just old envelopes.
Who does anymore, Baker?
Exactly.
Baker Louie? Sorry, who does have these?
Me,
things?
it's the ADHD in me. I have like little notepads everywhere.
I've got
everywhere.
them all, but for some
I've
reason,
just I just use notes
I'll
on
go
my
and
phone.
grab-
Whenever I have like some sort of thought, I'm like, oh yeah, write that down.
I don't have pens. I've stopped using pens though. I make note even at work. I make notes on my iPhone.
Yeah.
And then you can send them to you after a meeting. You just send them, and you don't have to write them up. So I don't have a pen anymore, which is just silly. But anyway, I'll pretend to write it down for the purposes of
No
this.
paper. I don't have any paper either in this room.
What's the world coming to?
There
You
you
can't
go.
get pen and paper.
You need old envelopes, you see.
You do.
You know what? If we have another Secret Santa, you know what you two are getting, don't you?
I
Nice
have loads
pen and
of
paper pad, like notepads.
I have loads of notepads, just not in this room right now.
No. I need to try and find a pen.
What we're doing then? Are we just going round and saying it?
I think shouting it out's quite fun because if you go around and say it, people might change their mind.
I can write it on notes on my phone if that.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. That's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to edit this bit as well because I'm sure it's not entertaining for anybody.
I think
you don't know that.
I'll edit it.
It's like us all arguing.
Yeah, exactly. What bit did you like? I like the bit where they were talking about pens and paper. That was my favourite bit.
That was my favourite bit. We're all arguing and bickering and being like,
more pen and paper chat, please. Can we have that? Right. So
this thing's on with pen and paper tuning.
Exactly. Yeah, I liked it. It was retro.
It's the first thing that we're going to say next time when he goes, "Is this thing on?" I'm going to be like, "Have you all got your pen and paper?"
And I'll say no. Actually, I might buy a pen next time I'm out, especially for this feature. Right, okie doke. So, yeah, after 3, you need to shout, and remember, you're not allowed to vote for yourself. 1, 2, 3. Silver bars. What was that?
I went for beer boards.
Beer boards.
Beer boards.
You went beer boards. What do you want, Baker?
Silver bars.
I went silver bars as well.
Oh, is it a draw?
Oh. So I think by default mine wins because it is the best song of the year. And
How does this get settled then if it's a draw? Do we need to put it to the public?
Why don't we?
I think we need to.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Go on then. Rock, paper, scissors.
I think you put it to the public.
Okay, put it to the public. Yeah, we can say it. We could on this week's edition. We couldn't decide. So here's the 2 tracks. Vote and tell us what your favorite is. Yeah, that's a good idea. But for entertainment value, let's do rock, paper, scissors anyway. Go on. Baker against LJ. Go on. After 3.
You ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, you beat me. I went scissors.
Yeah.
I went scissors.
To be fair, Baker, LJ beat you and you were slightly delayed. You could have even changed. I thought, he's cheating there, but you weren't cheating.
My heart was set on scissors the whole time.
All right.
It's because I did it first.
Great stuff.
Threw you off because I bet you were like, "All right, scissors."
His heart was set on scissors. Sounds like the kind of song Suzi Quatro might have sung in the 70s, Baker.
I like that.
Do you like what I did there?
Yeah.
Seg.
That was good, that Jamie.
Seg.
I like
there
that
you go. Do you want to introduce this week's on-air chat, Baker?
Yeah, she's just an absolute legend, really. Suzi Quatro, a huge name from the 70s glam rock music scene, has had a fantastic career. Many records, many tours, and she's back doing it all again. She's got a new album out, Freedom, at the end of the month on the 27th, and she's heading back out on the road too. So we spoke all about that and her two latest singles. I'm delighted to be joined on the show by Suzi Quatro once again. Suzi, we spoke last year, and it's an absolute pleasure to have the chance to speak with you again. Of course, I think last time we spoke just after your novel was released, but
Oh
this
yes,
time
Grave Undertakings. Yeah, yeah.
I remember last year when we spoke, you were talking about making this
Yes.
album. And then here we are, nearly a year later, and the album's set for release on the 27th of this month. It's out very, very soon. Freedom. We've heard two singles so far. The self-titled track itself, Freedom, and most recently, Little Miss Lonely. So tell me a little bit about this.
That's the single that's out now. The video dropped yesterday at 5, and it's very me, tongue in cheek, and it's very Gemini, which is also what I am. So it's one side and the other, the two sides, at least. Geminis, they always say split personality, but we're much more than that.
So is that where Little Miss Lovely comes from then? Is that like a little bit of background on
Yeah,
that song?
it is a little bit. My son had the title, and he gave me the title, and I went, "Oh yeah," and then I used my personality.
So all came out that way.
Absolutely.
What was the creative process like then when you speak about things like that with making this new album, Freedom?
Well, we purposely stripped everything back for this one. It was a return to my rock and roll roots. It was very the 1973 vibe, brand new bass guitar, jumpsuit, shocking people. So we didn't use a lot of extra instrumentation on this. It's mainly guitar, bass, and drums. We have some keys on it, not a lot, no horns, not lots of BVs. So it's stripped right back. And my son told me that even the equipment that he used was a little bit retro.
Retro.
But yeah, but
Yeah.
and I only said this on the last interview because I didn't realize it, and it came flying out. He upstairs wants me to say this again. My original drummer that played on all my hits, Dave Neal, and he passed away during COVID. And I bought his drums from his girlfriend, right? And put them in my home studio. And these drums are on this entire album, and that's quite spooky, isn't it?
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, and it's a
It's
return to that, and his drums are on this album. I didn't realize it till it came out of my mouth. She said, "Oh, I got a chill." I said, "Oh my God, me too."
well, I guess it's quite special at the same time, isn't it? Because obviously, like they're the drums, like you said, they're behind some of your biggest hits. So
Yes,
I bet
all of
it's
them.
quite sentimental as well, almost to have them back on this
Fantastic.
new album.
Yeah, it's fantastic just to see them sitting there. I feel like he's not gone, you know?
Yeah, I bet it holds quite a nice feeling
Oh
when
yeah.
you've got something like that.
There's a real vibe in the studio because of that, I tell you.
Yeah, I really can't wait to hear the album. I mean, I've only heard two
Two
singles so
tracks.
far, of course, but very excited to hear the full thing when it comes out at the end of the month. But I bet it's an exciting time, of course. But I wanted to ask you, just mentioned that song there when you're talking about women and stuff, and the two singles that we've heard, like I mentioned. But is there any particular track that is more special to you on this album, Susie? It might be one that we've heard
Well,
so
they
far,
all
one
no, they
singles,
all
or
are. Yeah, they all are, but I would say Choose Yourself, which was the album's title for a long time, and it's all about choose yourself. Life is too short to lose yourself.
Mm,
Never lose yourself,
yeah.
just choose yourself. It's all that kind of thing. Very, very special song. And it wasn't until I was listening to the mixes back, because it was Choose Yourself, and that was going to be the album title too. And Freedom just kept coming out and punching me in the face. And then I realized that the album was going to be called Freedom. You've seen the cover and everything, going down the road on your bike with the bass guitar on and the jumpsuit. Uh, but yeah, I think Choose Yourself is maybe one of the best lyrics on the album.
So yeah, so you kind of put that more into the lyrical.
Yeah,
Um,
it's
yeah,
a lot of people have said to me, a lot of people who know me have said to me, Choose Yourself is you. It's your attitude to life. I
yeah.
thought, yeah, you're right. It is my attitude to life. Yeah.
It's another very important message. And it sounds like there's a lot of like this self-empowerment and
Yes.
obviously it's in the title, freedom, on this upcoming album.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about. It's a very strong lyrical album. It's a very strong, riffy album. It's in your face, but it will also touch you. It's both. It's me snarling, screaming, playing, doing everything I do, but doing it with feeling.
It's really exciting, and like I said, I can't wait to hear the album when it's released on March 27th. But you mentioned at the beginning you're heading out on tour, a 10-date tour across the UK, playing all over the country, and I bet it's the perfect timing really because you get this album out, and then the next week you're on the road, you're going across the country, and you'll be playing all of these songs. So I bet you're feeling very excited to get back out on
Oh,
tour again.
and I'm rehearsing up the new ones so they get cemented. And I'm only putting two in. It's a choice out of three. We're going to rehearse all three and then pick which two fit in best. I usually pick two from each album.
Two from each.
Yeah,
That's a good way of deciding it.
yeah. And sometimes I'm wrong. I have been wrong, where I think one fits in, and then you do it and you go, oh no, that doesn't really fit into the mood of the set, you know. So,
Hmm.
but usually I'm pretty good at knowing what fits.
I was going to ask you, is that like one of your secrets then to deciding a set list? Because obviously, someone like yourself that's got an amazing back catalogue, you could go on forever. So I bet sometimes if you don't have a bit of a structure, it can give you a bit of a headache thinking about, well, which songs am I going to play?
Yeah, well, I am very, very good at structuring a set, and I'm very good at structuring the order on an album. I kind of know the graph after doing it for
Hmm.
62 years. And like I said, every now and again you get it wrong, but you know, if there's a song you think is wrong in the set, you give it 2 to 3 times live, because then you get
Yeah.
used to it. And so if it still doesn't work after 2 to 3 times live, it's not going to work. So then it goes back out. So, but I'm not usually wrong. It doesn't happen very often. So it's between three on this one, but I think I know which two are going in. Freedom for sure. And then it will be between Little Miss Lovely, which is out now, or Kick Out the Jams that I did with Alice. So it'll be one of those, one of the other two. But Freedom starts to act two because it's a 2 hour solo show with an interval. And you get all your favorite hits, you get favorite album tracks, you get music from 73 up to 2026. And that is called Value for Money.
Absolutely, and I remember I was going to ask actually because you said that last time as well about like it's a long 2 hour set spanning your whole career really, so you get a bit of everything, which is
You
always
do.
great, I think.
You do. And nobody gets left out. No matter which your favorite album was, you'll get something, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do like what you've done there though with the two album with the two songs from each album because it's giving everything its acknowledgement really.
Yes. You just have to, like I said, sometimes they need road testing, but I can't wait because this Freedom starts Act Two. So I'll be coming out in my jumpsuit and doing Freedom. Yeah.
It's going to be really exciting,
It
and
is.
I'm looking forward to catching you when you come up our way too in the northeast. So looking forward to that. And is like playing live something you've always loved, Susie?
It's what I was born to do.
Yeah.
You know, my first gig when I was 14, we did our first gig with the band. And I remember standing up there by my bass guitar and looking down at the crowd. And I thought to myself, I'm home.
Hmm.
And that's never left me.
Born, born
That's
to
never
do
left.
it.
Yeah, born to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like there's some artists and bands out there. I mean, I think majority do love the element of touring as that's what music should be for, playing to an audience, playing your
Sure.
songs that you've worked
Sure.
on.
Oh,
There's some that do prefer more like the studio element, getting the music out there and then not being as fussed on the live, but I think majority it's about the live music, isn't
oh,
it?
it is. Oh, yeah, God. There's nothing like that feeling. Nothing like that feeling, you know. Still in awe when I go out. I go, oh my God, I hope they like me, you know.
Well, I guess if people didn't, you wouldn't be doing it. So that
No, I
obviously
wouldn't. No.
proves that
But
point.
it's always
Yeah.
good to not go out there with the attitude and assume that you're going to storm it. You have to work for it.
Mm.
Yeah.
To own it, absolutely. And what would you say the key to longevity in touring is, Susie? From somebody like you say, you've done it for many years. What would you say the
60,
key
60
is?
yeah, 62 years I've done this. I think the reason why I'm still here, in my opinion, is because I'm real.
Real.
I'm not manufactured. I'm real.
I think that's a great way of putting it, because you are yourself, and it links back to the theme of the album as well.
Exactly.
So to be touring that in 2026, it's quite fitting, really, isn't it?
Fantastic, isn't it?
Absolutely. And yeah, I bet, like we've said, it's you can't wait to get out on the road.
Amazing.
Another great chat there, but it was excellent.
Great
Good,
one.
wasn't it? Yeah.
You didn't ask me
Suzi's
about
great.
you didn't ask her about the 80s drink Quattro that I was slightly disappointed by the fact that you didn't ask her about that.
We might get another time to chat.
Yeah.
Wasn't at the top of the ask
You should have
list.
said, did you used to drink Quattro in the 80s? That's what you should have asked her. Does anyone know? I mean, you two, what? Did you remember Quattro, LG?
Yes, yeah.
It's one of my favorite drinks as a small child.
Small.
I was about 5 or 6. Quattro it was like this weird fruity pop.
Like
wasn't it?
orangey, like tasting. Yeah.
I remember going to Blackpool and having cans of Quattro.
Liver.
Those were the days. Anyway, you two, like, never heard of it. Don't know what it is. But yes. But yeah, another great chat. Thank you very much. And in 2 weeks' time, I'm going to be chatting to Law Moon about their new album, which I'm quite excited about. So yes, listen out for that. Now, I know what you did last Saturday, essentially. I know what we did recently. And Louie, we knew that you were off to see the Foos.
Yes.
Come on, you're itching to tell us, how good was it?
It was joint best gig I've ever been to. Like Oasis level good. It was like something else. Like I just can't even describe it. It was like they came on stage. Like, do you know bands walk out to a song?
Yeah.
They didn't even walk out to a song. They just sort of lowered the lights and walked on stage, and everyone just like lost their mind. And I was quite far back to like start with, and then it just next thing I know, I was right at the front. I was on the right and the left hand, and it just was insane. Like, they were even doing like songs that they just never play. They just sort of said, "Oh well, we're gonna play this now just because we've not played it for a while." So yeah, and then just went into like some insane guitar solo, and just unbelievable. Like, don't think I'll ever see anything like on that level ever again.
Amazing.
Wow.
What was it? What was the sweatiness level like? I imagine it was ridiculous.
There was some absolute states in there. Like, the amount of blokes who just like, well, you know, you think there's a lot, the sort of people you'll see at a Foo Fighters gig, a lot of very big, sweaty men. Just, it was a bit grim at some points, but
I was going to say, you're not selling that bit to me.
yeah,
Like,
the crowd was absolutely feral. Like, it just.
You got to pass on seeing them.
Oh no, I'd do it all again in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, no.
Easily. Like, it. People sort of snotted at the fact it was like 99 quid a ticket, but I'll be honest, it was well worth it. Like, wow. Mint.
That's one of
So
them.
good.
They won't do that again. I'll be very surprised if they did that again, to be fair.
I think the only thing they might come close to is if they say, I don't know, they do like a warm-up show, but I feel like they might even be the warm-up shows.
All right, yeah.
So you just
Well, the back over here playing, is it
Anfield,
Anfield? And stuff like that. So, but you've seen, like, not many people will say that they've seen them in that kind of.
Well, yeah. So my mate, he went to see Keo there the week after, and I asked him like where it was. I was like, "Oh, that's where I saw Foo," and he just looked at me with like this expression. He was like, "What?" Like, he didn't actually realize how like small the venue I've just seen. Like this stadium band in, and it's just like another. Like, I was showing my mum because like my mum's like a massive like Dave Grohl fan, loves him, and she was just like, "Yeah, I'm actually quite gutted now that I said no to coming with you." I was like, "Sorry, Mum."
I once was just after the Killers released Samstown. I saw them play the O2 in Newcastle, which is now NX or whatever.
NX, yeah.
And that's one of the best gigs I've ever been to, because I was stood right at the front, and you wouldn't get that close to the Killers anymore, that kind of thing. And at that time, arguably the first 2 albums are their best 2 albums, so you were hearing all of their best songs anyway. But yeah, that kind of getting up close in that kind of venue doesn't happen very often with those.
No.
Once they go that big, it just doesn't happen, does it?
But it's like he did Everlong, and like I could see like the whites of his eyes while he's singing, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is like, yeah.
Mind-blowing stuff, eh?
Yeah, that was it. Like there was points he was just on stage, and I was just like stood, and I was like, you're Dave Grohl. You're like right. You're like
there.
You're just there. Like last time I saw him, I was complete opposite end of like a cricket pitch.
Yeah.
And now this time I'm in this tiny venue where I've seen like these tiny bands that I like, and then it's just Foo Fighters. Wow.
Amazing. So can anyone beat that then? In the last fortnight, anyone been to see anything, done anything that's going to beat that?
I went to see Northern Hospitality. That was a good night.
Good stuff. I mean, you might have enjoyed it more than the Foos. I'm not even joking there. You might have done. I don't know.
It was a interesting night. So Risco were really good. Lurcher were different.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a bit of a hoo-ha on stage because some of the people that had come to see it didn't really like them. But yeah, Northern Hospitality, as usual, were fab.
Very good.
It was a great night. We got McDonald's on the way back, and I had McDonald's on the way, so
you have a McDonald's on the way back.
Always
a good night.
Yeah.
Always a good night.
I got to a couple of.
You've been to see a few things big.
Yeah, you've been to about 3 gigs in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. So we had the Blue Tones, which the interview with Mark's on now.
That was a great interview as well. Yeah,
they were good. Acoustic show in Kew. Echo and the Bunnymen in Leeds, good gig. And Jamie, our mate Chesney Hawkes, last night whilst we're recording.
Yeah. He's What did he do with the golden ticket winner on stage?
It was like some super fan.
Yeah.
This guy had seen him lots, and I think he had been since the 90s. And he brings them up. They get like a sachet thing over them, which says Chesney Hawkes is one and only, and basically they just sit together on the stage,
right?
Whilst he plays them an acoustic version of the one and only.
Amazing. And did the guy go a bit red?
Yeah. He said
so embarrassed, wouldn't you? He's like,
Chesney said, "Can I serenade you?" And he said, "Oh, you can serenade me anytime you want, Chesney."
Oh. Disco occasionally. Did he say that? Oh dear.
No.
A really good gig as well.
No, he's a good entertainer. We talk about entertainers, and Chesney still does it. It's good stuff. Nice one. Well, yeah, I think Louie wins for sure on the kind of the gig front. But you're always going to on that one, weren't you?
Yeah, I mean, I'd have been quite disappointed if I didn't, to be honest.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Right, moving swiftly on then. On screen, and I know I get the impression we're not big TV film watchers here, but there's a film I'm gonna say, if you've not watched this, but if you've got Sky, it's going to be part of the package this coming weekend. So by the time this is out, it'll be out. But it's a film that came out in the cinemas, I think it was November half term, called Sketch. Don't know if anyone's heard of it, but it's one of those films. It's a 12. It's one of those films that, like, if you were a kid and you watched it, it's kind of, they don't make films like that for kids anymore, unfortunately. It's like it's like a good kids adventure. It's a little bit it's a bit creepy, but not scary, if that makes sense. But essentially it's about a kid that draws sketches in the sketchbook, like monsters and characters and stuff like that. The sketchbook ends up in this lake, and everything that goes in the lake comes to life. Wow. So they're like running around town being chased by these things that she's created from her mind. And there's a bit more of a story to that, but it's just funny and it's entertaining. But Sketch is my top tip. If you've not seen it, if you've got Sky, you can watch it. If you've got, I think on Amazon and stuff like that, you have to pay for it, like to rent that. More streaming sites. But yes, that will be my tip for on screen this fortnight.
I actually do have one this week.
Yeah.
Danny Dyer's Caravan Park.
Ah,
Oh.
I think it's great because
Yeah.
I used to go on like caravan holidays when I was a kid, and I'm
Oh,
watching them like I've seen that person at this caravan park, like not the actual person on the
yeah,
telly,
but
but you
Yeah.
can just like
characters. Yeah.
you know who the character is from like
Yeah.
when I used to go, and it's like I just like Danny Dyer. I think he's great. He's just like a proper like bloke. Like, but it is good because it's like so he's like owns it with this other guy because like he's bought like a share in it, and this guy doesn't agree with Danny, and then Danny just wants it to be like this big thing, and it's almost like they don't want it to be good. They want it to be like a bit rubbish, but it's just nice. It's just like, oh, look at all these people having a good time.
Easy to watch TV then.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like what me and my mum watch when we're having our tea.
Yeah,
it's quite good.
Sometimes that's all you want, isn't it? It's just easy, switch your brain off. Good TV. But no, I've not watched. I've seen it advertised. Not watched it yet.
Really good. I'd say if you've got like, now what else to watch, go watch it. It's great.
Good stuff. Good stuff. LJ, have you been watching anything or recommending?
I haven't watched anything, but I'm waiting for the Magic Faraway Tree.
Oh yeah, it's out soon, isn't it?
Yeah, can't wait for that. It's a book, one of the only books that I did watch when I was read when I was a kid.
Yeah,
I feel like I knew that was
Tom.
a book. Yeah,
You've seen Goodnight, Mr. Tom?
Yeah.
Oh, love that.
Good. So, well, when that comes out, you'll have to watch it and give us a proper review.
Yeah, I will. I'll go to the pictures to see that one.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. And Baker, how about you?
Well, Peaky Blinders came out, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It's going to be on Netflix very soon as well, apparently.
I've never watched the series, and I'm quite ashamed of that because people rave about it. I've even been in the Peaky Blinders bar as well. That was in Manchester, but I've never seen it. But obviously, that came out, which is a pretty big release in the film world.
Could you understand it without watching this full series? Because I've watched like the first 3.
I'm thinking that.
I think it's carrying on from the last series, so it's like the final bit. So I think you probably really have to watch. Yeah, I'll be honest. The worth watching. It's unreal. That's like one series that I can sit down. I wouldn't just what I'd watch them all, but I love Peaky Blinders. I think it's class.
Okay. Yeah, it's I've just never. There's so much TV you could watch.
Yeah.
One of those that I've just never. Because once you start on something like that, you're committed, aren't you? You've got to go.
Well, that was me with like the last series. I didn't enjoy it that much, but I was like, oh well, I've watched all the other ones. I might as well just. I'll just sit through the pain of them. It's a bit like Stranger Things. I thought last series of that terrible.
Did you not like it?
Nah. I didn't think it was terrible, but it wasn't as good as the
just so dull. Yeah, I just thought like the fact, like the end fight where like the fighting him.
Yeah.
It was like just so anticlimactic. Like I was watching it and I was like, oh.
Well, you're not half asleep like most people though, because I got up at like 5 a.m. on New Year's Day to watch it because I didn't want to hear any spoilers. But I was a bit tired when I was watching it, to be fair, because I got to bed about 1.
Well, I think I went to Derby away on New Year's Day, so I just watched it all when I was like horrendously hungover the next day. So, but still, like, I just didn't enjoy it.
Fight though, because you'd seen more action with them previously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you could have ended it at the best series for me was when it ended in the shopping mall.
Yes.
I mean, you couldn't have ended the story then, but that was as good as it was for me. There was so much going on around that time with the Russians and all of that kind of stuff. It was just, that's when it was at its best for me because it was funny. It was a bit freaky, a bit scary. It was exciting. There was a lot. And it was a bit of a disappointment, but I wouldn't say I hated the final series. I thought it was all right.
I didn't hate it. It's just, I was just disappointed more than anything.
Yeah, which is the worst thing you can be in life.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not angry, I'm disappointed. It's the worst thing that anyone can say to you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Right.
Disappointed in you.
Indeed. But yeah, lots of different things you can get watching there over the next fortnight. I was going to do a very quick quiz, but I don't think we've got time. But I'm going to ask you. You all said you don't really do quizzes anyway, but it was on Oscar-winning music, so I'll ask you 2 questions, and you'll probably be like, "Yeah, this is why we're not doing the full quiz." But But which 1969 winner from Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid also became a chart-topping hit? Anyone? Raindrops keep falling on my head. You've clearly not watched the film. There you go. It's a cracking song, though. I love the cover by the Manics.
I like the song.
Yeah, it's a good tune. And which Oscar-winning song from The Lion King is one of the most celebrated winners of all time?
Circle of Life.
It's not. People think Circle of Life won it.
Hakuna Matata.
It's not.
Keep going.
He's enraged.
Those are the only two that I can think of.
It was the soppy one. Can you feel the love tonight? That was the one that won the Oscar.
Yeah.
There you go. Louie's disappointed, I can tell. He's like,
The other two are so much better.
Yeah.
I know, but then Hakuna Matata is never going to win an Oscar, unfortunately.
Why not?
Because
it's not us choosing them.
Exactly. They try and be too serious, don't they? So there we go. We might have another two quiz questions next time. Right. Before we go onside, we said we'd pick a bit of an unusual opinion, and this week at the time recording is Cheltenham week. So Baker is going to tell us what he thinks.
This is just my personal preference.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not interested in horse racing, and I think that's a bit of an unpopular opinion, but I just don't massively see the attraction of it. Probably because I'm not a betting man. I don't put bets on. So if you're putting money on it and winning money, that I can probably understand the fun, but no, it's just not for me really. I've had it on the TV and I just can't get into it.
It's not for me the way it's gone for me either.
Have you had a bad couple of days?
Is that only because you've been losing?
The first horse I bet on had to get put down. So then the second one, he fell over at like the last hurdle.
I was going to say jumping races are not good. I don't like jumping races because I have had horses myself.
Right.
And I really don't like jumping races. Flat races, you know, when you're actually on a horse, you know how much the horse loves it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nowhere near as much sort of like injury as there is to jumping. I'm not a massive fan of the jumping horse like racing.
Yeah. I can't get why people don't like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like it anymore.
That's only because you haven't won any money, though.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I had some real good fun doing it. I mean, so one of the best times that I've had actually watching horse racing was my mum is 80, coming up 82. And a couple of years ago, me and my sister-in-law took her on like an overnight trip. It was like a bus trip. Mm-hmm. And we'd gone into, God, I can't remember where we were. We were in the Lake District somewhere. And the driver had said to us, there's a Witherspoons. But actually, if you go to the pub next door to the Witherspoons, it's even cheaper. Okay.
Right.
So off we goes, takes my mum in the wheelchair, goes into this pub next door, and the whole place just went vroom, and looked at us, right? And it was just full of like really, really rough people. Yeah. So we're like pushing her through. We're trying to find somewhere to sit, and there was like nowhere really. So we were like, and there was like this really tall table. So we pushed my mum up to it. It was like this. we sat in a wheelchair, and they all went, "Are you lost?" We went, "No, why?" And he went, "Because Witherspoons is next door." We got asked that 3 times. Anyway, we sat there in this blooming pub, and my sister-in-law says, "I've got a couple of quid left on my betting thing. Should we have a bet on the horse racing?" Because the horse racing was on. Yeah. But we were screaming at the telly for this horse to go, and it won. We were like, "Yay!" We were like, "Wow, how much have you won? How much have you won?" We were like, 50p.
That'll be my amount. I'm the last of the 10p betters. I hate losing money, so I would never be a betting person. It winds me up. But yeah, if I put a 10p bet on, if I win 50p, I'm happy with that.
We got a few drinks bought for us.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, no, it's cracking.
Got a couple of rounds. They're all just like laughing their heads off.
And the fact that you like the horse racing, they probably endeared you to them as well. To be fair, they're probably like, yeah, they're one of us. That's good. But yeah, so Cheltenham, not for everyone. I think it's fair to say. But I quite like a good day at the races. Good day at York races is quite good. They have a lot of bands on and stuff like at the races and stuff now.
Yeah, I bet they're good days.
Yeah. If there was like a band, I feel like I'd enjoy myself more. But I think if it was a day of just, I'd lose even more money because it'd just be getting drunk and just being like, 20 quid,
You get
100
that.
to 1.
Yeah.
Go on then.
Yeah, it's bound to win. It's 100 to 1.
When you win it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, all of that good stuff. Cool. And finally, before we head off, what are we looking forward to in the next fortnight? Are we off to more gigs? Have we got any
Carabao
new
Cup
releases?
final.
Carabao Cup final. He's wearing it. Are you going to the game there, Baker?
I'm not, but I was looking at tickets, and it's mad because Arsenal tickets, our tickets are on resale for like £700 on your resale site, but then Manchester City's tickets on resale are like £200.
But it's all about who wins on the day, and
No,
well, enjoy that, Baker.
If I could get a ticket for, I was thinking of if I could get a ticket between 150 to 200, but the price of the Arsenal resale ones are just so high. It's probably not going to be possible.
Enter a competition. There's loads at the moment.
I've entered Wembley.
I was going to say I entered the Wembley one.
Fingers
as well.
crossed.
Well, Louie, if you win, you know you've got to.
Yeah, exactly. If I win, Baker, we can go.
There you go. That'll be
Let's
good.
do it.
Louie, what are you up to next 2 weeks? Anything looking forward to anything? Off to any gigs?
No, I'll be honest. I've got a quiet one until Stockton calling, but I've got football. That's about it.
Yes. And we're not talking about that at the time of recording. Hopefully it'll pick up, but we need to have a dedicated conversation about Borough before the end of the season. But let's not go there now because we
won't do it now, but we'll do it in May when we've got promoted and I've been.
We just said it out loud.
I've said it. Baker will vouch for me. I've said it for ages.
I wish I had your confidence, is all I'm going to say. Yeah. But yeah, let's save that chat.
Spurs going down as well. Can I just put that one out there?
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting really excited at this prospect here.
Well, it might happen. Me
and Chesney Hawkes were manifesting it in the interview as well.
Well, if enough people say
he's
it.
a hammer, isn't he?
Yeah, so and London clubs just want Spurs down in general. So
well, I think everyone does, don't they?
Yeah,
apart from Spurs fans. Good stuff. And LJ, what are you up to? Anything? Gigs? Anything?
Not really up to anything gig-wise myself, but I do want to wish my friends some good luck. They are off to Germany. The great Leslie. They are going to support Franz Ferdinand over there again. They've got 4 gigs with Franz Ferdinand, and they've actually put a few extra gigs on over in Germany for themselves just before and just after. So their first one is the 31st, so it'll be before our next one goes out. They do have a crowdfunding page going at the moment to help them with their next album, and you can get some great t-shirts like this and lots of other merch and things, and some really, really good things. You can win a guitar. You can get your name on the album cover and all sorts of different things if you go over to the crowdfunding page. So please, if you're listening, please go and check them out.
Sounds good. Definitely should do that. And I'm looking forward to Geese playing live, but I still don't have a ticket, but I live in hope. I'm going to get a ticket to them either playing Leeds or Manchester. That is the plan. Because I genuinely think that would be one of the best gigs of the year if I can get tickets. So if anyone's listening in by some miracle and they go, well, do you know what, Jamie, we can get you in, I would be over the moon.
There's 2 going. There's 2 going. I'll come with you.
You're going with.
Well, West Side Cowboys supporting as well, which is just double the fun. So it's going to be. It's just going to be a phenomenal night out. Let's be honest.
I might have to try even harder to get a ticket now.
I am trying every time Twickets comes up, but yeah, the Twickets race.
Hard.
We'll talk about Twickets next time as well. How fast I've seen it come up and I've clicked in and it's like somebody beat you to it. I'm like,
I've only ever done it twice.
I'm like, how someone beat me to it. So all of that good stuff. Anyway, that has been This Thing's On for another fortnight. So thanks to you all. Hope you have a good 2 weeks ahead. Lots of good things to look forward to. And remember, you can also let us know We're going to play that little weird computer game jingle shortly, which will tell you Baker like looked in disgust there. I could tell. He said it with his eyes. He went,
I like it a lot. I've even used it for the interviews.
amazing. There we go. So there we go. But yeah, if you stay tuned, we'll tell you how you can stay in touch with This Thing's On. But we will see you in a fortnight's time, as Maximo Park once said. Goodbye.
Bye.